The Heritage and Culture Warwickshire is the Heritage Archive and Arts Service for Warwickshire County Council. We are a public open building, which is the Market Hall Museum in the centre of Warwick, the County Record Office in Warwick as well, and then we have the site here at St John's House, which is where our learning programmes are based. Museum development have always been really supportive of us. The first piece of work that we probably want to talk about is the training that we had pre-pandemic. There was a project to work with integrated education on narrative immersion as a method of teaching history to school kids. We trained up some staff and piloted a workshop around the Fire of Warwick, an event that happened in 1694, which has got great curriculum links to the Fire of London 30 years previously. We then, as the inspiration from the Fire of Warwick, have completely transformed our entire learning programme to use that narrative immersion method. Heritage and Culture Warwickshire recently established a CPD network for primary history teachers. It was developed with the support from the museum development team. The idea behind the network is that we are able to give teachers affordable CPD training. There is no network like this in Warwickshire previously. And then we will have a group of teachers then that we can work with in the future to answer other questions we have to develop and evaluate our services.
We're here at Market Hall Museum, which is our main museum open to the public. Since lockdown, since COVID, we've not really had the chance to examine our family-friendly offer at the museum, so we wanted to have a look at that again. We saw the opportunity for funding from the museum development to get the Kids in Museum family-friendly audit done. So the family-friendly audit resulted in a very in-depth report from the Kids in Museum representative who visited the museum and gave us lots of feedback, lots of examples and lots of kind of useful advice to help us make those improvements in the best way possible. So from that, we have created a new sticker trail as a family-friendly interpretation that will go around the museum. So that's one of them. We've also signed up to various schemes such as the Breastfeeding Welcome Scheme and the Water Refill Scheme, made sure these things are really clear so families feel very welcome and comfortable. We already had some Explorer backpacks, but they gave some great suggestions to how we can improve them and make them suitable for SEND families and include some more sensory items so that everybody can get the most out of those items in the museum.
We've had support from museum development through the Hidden Histories project. This has helped us to better understand how 19th century natural history and archaeological society functioned. So we partnered with another museum, giving us support on how to discover hidden stories and unknown stories. So looking through some objects that have been donated, looking at donor information, looking through annual reports. We might find names that stand out, interesting people, interesting personalities. So for me, it was really good to get advice on how to find these stories and how to tackle challenging topics of colonialism, the role women played in the society, the stuff on slavery as well. So it's been really useful to give us a knowledge base that will help to inform future programming events and for co-curation as well.
Museum development support has been invaluable to us. It means that the future for Heritage and Culture Warwickshire is looking much more community focused. We've been able to use external expertise we wouldn't have been able to access, like the family-friendly audit, the mentoring for the hidden histories, and then the support we had for the teacher CPD network. We now have a much stronger offer for communities, for the public-facing museum service and for our schools.
Listening to experts and listening to our audience has really helped us move forward and improve and keep improving and refreshing in what we do around the museum and Heritage Culture Warwickshire.